float season. It is a summer staple in the city of trees. A drifter's delight, a splash of fun. All in an effort to beat the sun. The Boise River flows through the heart of the city. Hey! And rapidly, you begin to feel the pulse of what really makes Boise's heart beat. This rush reveals a crush.
You guys ready for football?
A buzz, if you will. As the leaves begin to change along the shorelines, the temperature of the air will soon match the depths of the river. It serves as a reminder that fall is undefeated against summer. Soon, everyone will begin channeling their energy elsewhere as hope floats in the form of another Boise State football season.
Sweep left side, Halani turns on the Jets, cuts back on a dime and scores.
You gotta say, this season 2022 of mega importance.
Beautiful play by Bockmeyer to find a wide open Steph Cobbs.
Andy Avalos has done all the right things. He's fixed a lot of holes on this football team.
Hayner looking downfield, now throws it short and it's intercepted.
This year, I think, of the utmost importance to get back to that 11-1 regular season.
In this town, when community, character, and college athletics collide, anything is possible. And I do mean anything. It is time to build Boise State football back up. Welcome to the Blueprint.
All right, well, welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us here. Thanks for bringing Bronco Nation in today to be able to help us kick off our 2022 fall camp. We're excited to take the next step in our preparation for the season. It's been a tremendous summer. We've built in a lot of ways that are very instrumental to our foundation in terms of building on mentality, confidence, consistency. We are able to establish that this summer. Again, we have a lot of work left to do in this fall camp, and we're excited to turn the page and move on to the next chapter in our preparation, but we're extremely excited about where we're at right now.
I think Coach Avalos has done a fantastic job of reestablishing what he wants his program to be like and really building it from the ground up and not skipping any corners either. He's been going it step by step, brick by brick, and it's really, I guess, brought a good connection with the players.
I think our guys' confidence because of that, is way further along in what to expect, what the standard is, and meeting that standard. And their care factor to meet that standard every single day is beyond what it has been.
They respect that in terms of what he's done here, along with the rest of the staff, of how we treat our guys, number one, the plan, the vision that we have laid out for them, number two, and it's how we go about our business every single day, and it's been consistent. And our guys really bought into that, and we've really seen a lot of strides and growth from top to bottom through all our guys, both on and off the field and in the classroom, and that's an exciting thing to be a part of when you're coaching these guys.
A big thing is accountability, and it's not just coaches to player, it's player to player is a big thing we've been talking about. And that's kind of where the leaders are stepping up.
This has been a work in progress since January and reestablishing this foundation to the things that we know that have been true to this program for a long time. And it's fun to see the players lead those things.
We all know what the standard is, and we're all holding each other accountable to it. And you see a lot more player to player talking than coaches to player accountability, and I think that's a huge step and a great culture to have.
What comes to mind is the past. There's been a standard installed here before, way before I was here and way before all the players here. So that standard that we see, we watch videos on them all the time about the very dominant Boise State teams, and that really is the standard here. And that's just really that we feel as if we can get there as a team, and that's what we really want to do. So the standard is the standard. Everyone knows once you come here, there is a standard that you have to stay at and you have to perform at, and we all are ready for the task.
You don't want to let your teammates down. You don't want to let your brothers down. You always want to be the best you can and hold yourself to that standard every day. And when you don't hit that standard, you always know there's going to be a player there who cares about you and cares about your best interest, and they're going to push you harder. And I think that kind of drives our culture and drives the competition and our standard.
This game is about development and growth, and it's not just physical, it's mental. And how well are we going to prepare consistently, the goal is that when everybody walks into this building every day, they're confident about what they need to get done that day, and they're excited to do it. We're looking forward to this final stage in preparation. We're excited to have you guys out there and be able to cover practice and how the guys are doing for Bronco Nation. We're really looking forward to taking this next step and attacking this challenge in the next couple weeks. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Put your sunblock on because it's going to be hot.
As the dog days of summer approach a grinding halt in Boise, some of the most loyal members of Bronco Nation can sense a brewing excitement.
It's in the air. It's below 70 this morning.
Considering the date on the calendar,
so exciting. It's ramping up, you know.
A slow drip of speculation quickly becomes a steady stream of anticipation.
It's funny, the first games you're trying to get out of the heat.
As a weathered group of guys,
and then towards the end of the season, you got 3 layers of coats on. And
begin layering up on information about their favorite time of year.
I like when the coaches put together a bunch of ragtag guys that can go out and kick anybody's ass. That's what I like, and that's what Boise State's always been to me. Is this team that has a work ethic, and it's about the team and not about individuals.
Well, that's how it was built 20 years ago. The Corey Halls of the world.
Yeah.
Boise native Tom Scott has chronicled Bronco football for over 40 years.
What do we think about Hank Bockmeyer?
And his slant of experience,
if he could just have a healthy senior year, Hank could have a big year.
Is too steep for anyone to climb.
And he's made some great plays, just hanging in there and taking a hit.
One play, he was just rearing up to throw the ball, and wham, he got hit.
Hopefully this is a good season.
I just think there are a lot of things that work there, like the offensive line being better this year.
Next to him, riding shotgun at this caffeinated conversation, is Dale Harsin.
For me, Dale, it's like let the players play, let the coaches coach, and then yell at the refs every chance you get, bro.
Oh, yeah. As the father of former Boise State head football coach Brian Harsin,
how do you see things, Dale?
It's tough to win every damn game.
He has no problem downshifting expectations into reality.
They got good coaches there, and they'll do the best they can do.
It's always the play calling, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
Spoken like a coach's dad over here.
As the refills begin to run dry,
it's kind of fun just being the big dog in the Mountain West.
There is one question these coffee mates simply can't illuminate. Following a 7-5 campaign in 2021, can the storied past of one of the winningest programs in college football history still provide a standard for today?
Boise State still has 24 straight winning seasons, the longest streak in the country. Every single college football program has had a losing season since Boise State has.
Wow.
Alabama.
Really?
Oklahoma.
Wow.
You name it. Ohio State. Yep.
Boise State's always the target on the schedule for the Mountain West. Everybody, it's like they got to beat Boise State. That's the team. So their best game always shows up. But what about the home record?
Yeah, the home record.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I think the atmosphere in the stadium's going to be pretty special this year.
Back over at the football facility, the players are eager to answer that question this fall.
We all know how record and what happened last year. So for me to be able to have the opportunity to come back, I had unfinished business. We always talk about championship habits, and that's what we're building on now.
We've had a season where we lost a few games, and I want to win a Mountain West championship. I think that it's within our habits every single day, and I think that the older guys know that. We're trying to push everybody to be the best that they can.
A lifestyle, an attitude, and expectations are on display for everyone to see in the main hallway.
When I go out to practice and I see everybody just going hard and we going back in the locker room, I see everybody just put everything on the line, that practice, and we're doing it each and every day. That's really what's pushing me.
Whether it be a reminder or a motivator, the Broncos are ready to ring in a new season.
big motivation is I'm trying to get another ring. I'm trying to help my team get another ring. We're trying to go all the way to the top, win another championship.
And summit the Mountain West standings.
I got one, I want another one, so that's the motivation really.
What I'm focused on right now is getting the Mountain West championship ring. We made it to one my freshman year. We didn't come up with the W, and so our main focus is just to climb to the top and get that ring and bring home that trophy.
That's my whole mindset right now. I don't care about me personally. I'm trying to do everything for the team and make sure we're in the best position to go get us a ring. So I came here, wanted to leave before. I only have one right now, so I got to get one more. We know how good we can be. We know how great we can be, and that's just the attitude we're approaching everything we do every day, whether it's meetings, practices, walkthroughs, everything we're doing, we're approaching it with the attitude to be elite and to be great and I guess raise the standard even higher than it was before. So that's really our main goal right now and the things we're attacking. Thank you guys, appreciate you. Good luck.
I think the best part about this time of year, leading into fall camp, is just the anticipation, that excitement, the buzz around not just our facility, but you drive around town, just that smell in the air, you just know Boise State football's coming along. That's exciting, it's contagious, and I'm excited to be part of it again.
This month is just football. Like in my brain, August is just football. That's what it's always been for me. That's awesome because we can focus on, this football family, these guys, and trying to prepare and grow and improve each day. But that's what August in my family, in my life, is football. That's it.
It's finally here. You put in all this hard work. I mean, shoot, you work more than half the year to get to this point for this final stage of preparation. And really, this is where it all comes together.
It's so funny because everybody's ready to go in the morning. All the freshmen are, ready to go, taping up. They're having a lot of fun. And I had so much fun out there. My fourth fall camp, just being out there on the grass, it was a lot of fun. Just seeing everybody, it was awesome.
It's awesome. I miss spring, so going out, I've been just eager to get out there. It's all ball. We talk about simplifying your house, and you're gonna have to make sacrifices, but we're all in it together. And we all have each other's back and let each other know that it's going to be hard, but we're all going to get through it together. We have a great program and we have a great plan.
For us to have moved the needle so far ahead of, again, where we were last year to where we're at now in all phases, it's been tremendous. I think our guys' confidence because of that, is way further along in what to expect, what the standard is, and meeting that standard. And their care factor to meet that standard every single day is beyond what it has been.
I think guys are excited for sure. There's a really good feeling out there. We're just being very intentional with how we approach practice. We're not taking any shortcuts, and I think it's going to pay off come here in a few weeks.
The first day of fall camp always seems to offer a window into the past. On days like today, a rhythmic reminder brings an innocence to the game.
To be honest with you, I just love being a Bronco. Like, the brotherhood that we have, I feel like it's different than a lot of places. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say about that, but just being a Bronco is the ultimate feeling.
I've been playing this sport ever since I was young, and a lot of players really don't understand that when you wake up in the morning, you got to thank God that God blessed you with this football ability, knowing that I'm about to play the sport I love.
A new season also means new numbers.
Once you look good, you play good.
And new additions to the Bronco Brotherhood. 4-star freshman linebacker Daishan Hunter-Misa, one of the highest-rated recruits in school history, begins his introduction to the highest level of college football. It's a sight his parents just couldn't miss. They took a drive from Tacoma, Washington, just to take in this moment. That's not the only family reunion on the field today. At running back, Boise State just announced the addition of Utah State transfer Elion Noah, the younger brother of starting senior linebacker Ezekiel Noah, who utilized an extra year of eligibility just to be here.
Yeah, it's definitely an emotional time. We're truly blessed, not only me, not only my brother, but my whole family. Truly blessed and thankful again for the opportunity that, the coaches and Nav allowed my brother to be able to come here with us. And it's definitely exciting. For me, how long I've been here, how we do things, it's different here. We always talk about doing the right things off the field. It's not a lot about football. We always talk about life-changing things after football, and I feel like that's what stands out in this program. We always talk about family, not only our families at home, but just our family here in general with the Bronco Nation. And for him to be able to see that, it really makes me happy. Like now he's talking about things that are a lot different from what he's been used to at Utah State, and he says it's been great. The vibe is here is just different, and I'm glad he's here to be a part of it now.
As year 2 of the Andy Avalos era begins, that is a consistent feeling. It's clear the Broncos are no longer building the blueprint. Rather, they're now following it, pursuing the plans laid out by their architect.
Coach Avalos, he is awesome. He expects a lot from us, and that's just the Boise State way, and we get that done. He brings energy. He fires the team up when we need to. He calms us down when we need to be calmed down, and he has a really good grasp on our team and how to move us forward in the right direction.
The thing that excites me the most about fall camp, this is the time of year where everybody's tweeting, oh, everyone's counting me. This is the time for everybody to kind of hype themselves up a little bit. And I love fall camp because I tell our guys, that's not going to be us. This is the time where you put your money where your mouth. This is the time where, hey, lie in the weeds, and now you go put the work in to actually do what matters come the fall. Because preseason awards, we talk with our guys, it's cool, it's awesome for them. At the end of the day, you don't care about that. You want the postseason award. That's what you've been working your tail off. So I love fall camp to see all the work these guys have done when no one was around, when it's 20 degrees outside in the winter and these guys are grinding, running decks, nobody's around, working in the dark. I love fall camp because you can start to see things get fine-tuned for the moment when people are now watching come September.
There he is. Come on, baby!
Each morning as the Broncos approach the practice field,
All right, see you. Yep, have a great day, Coach.
They're greeted by a blast from the past who guards the gates of the present.
All right, baby, let's go. Pretty good looking haircut there,
Thank
brother.
you, I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Butch Henry has an affection for Boise State football.
Once a Bronco, always a Bronco.
Yes, sir.
All right, yes, sir. Okay.
If you can't already tell.
Great day to be here.
That's right.
Huh?
Fire me up, dude.
Oh, let's go, Bull. Yeah, baby.
Here we go, baby. Come on. Come on.
Once a linebacker on the 1980 BSU National Championship team, Butch is back in line at his alma mater.
Yeah, brother.
Running security.
Yeah, Butch. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And his main detail,
Yeah, Butch.
making sure the players are locked in
Get it.
while keeping unwanted guests locked out.
Michael.
Yeah, Butch, let's do it, Butch. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, get out there and break. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. Day 2, let's get it, man. Day 2. Trade 1. Day 2. Bossy, baby. It's the ball. Yeah, let's Right there. Come on now. Yeah. Boom. Counter. Hey, bro.
Right as the hype hits the practice field, senior safety J.L. Skinner tries to water down the attention created by countless NFL scouts roaming the sidelines.
Time's ticking, season's coming real fast, so I'm just trying to approach it every day with a sense of gratitude and urgency for the team. I'm not really having many personal goals as if I need to get this many tackles or this many interceptions. I don't really care for that.
JL is everything that he's advertised to be. He is one of the most, if not most, talented people that I've been around from a football standpoint. He's got the measurables that you don't see at the safety position really ever, and has the desire to be great to match with that.
Just like we've done in the past, we talk to a lot of our guys about outside noise. A, how to handle it, and two, just them understanding that, hey, you've worked your tail off to put yourself in this situation. Now, if you let the outside noise, you let some pats on the back get to where you take your foot off the gas and you don't work like you were a freshman, you're never going to achieve what you want to achieve.
On Skinner's quest for greatness, he knows humility must lead the way. And his daily reminder,
I talk to my mom every day, I have to,
is usually one phone call away.
I dedicate that to my mom. She always installed that humble attitude in me, and my mom is my rock, my mom is my everything. So she taught me I'd always be humble and just remember, things aren't gonna come to you. Nobody in my family played football before me. So once I got into that aspect, really want to be good at this game, be dedicated to it. My mom sat in the room and studied and watched football games for me. So just so she can learn something, she might not know a lot, but she gonna teach me little things like that. So just having her in my corner and just keeping me level-headed, that's what she mainly does for me, and she'll tell me if I did something wrong in the play and such like that. But just being a mom, man, I just love her.
Back on track.
One of the biggest additions to the program over the offseason was the return of running backs coach Keith Bonifa. After 8 seasons at the University of Washington, he's now back where his full-time coaching career began, with a carload of kids.
I mean, me and my wife, we left here in a 2-seater and came back in a Suburban. So my off-the-field life is, spent with my family at home, or doing something with my kids, or trying to do something with my wife, whether it's, sitting in the backyard doing nothing, or trying to wrangle people to take a bath, or doing our little burger challenge that we like to do with each other. We should start doing this thing where we go out and we rank burgers. And I mean, we're up to, I think, 36, 37. We've traveled around and we have our own little ranking system. We're gonna put up a little blog and start putting them out.
Is there any similarities between a perfect hamburger and a perfect running back?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, if you're thinking about the bun, right? You're talking about, okay, how's this dude put together, right? Then I think about the quality of the meat. That means, okay, what is the quality of his game? Does he have good vision? Does he have good change of direction? Is he stout and pass pro? Then, you don't always have to have cheese, but if you do put the cheese, how's the cheese melted? So the melt is how savvy is he? Him being able to blend, okay, that melt, and how he's able to melt himself into the game, into his ingredients of his game is special. Overall, okay, if the cheese melt is right, the bun is right, the meat is right, it's a pretty good burger, it's a pretty good meal, which makes him a pretty good back.
Does George Holani have all those ingredients?
Hey, he got special sauce too, so that makes it even better.
Bockmeyer awaits the snap. That's Holani. He'll catch the screen pass at the 45, to the 40, to the 30, cuts back. George Holani all the way, and that is the biggest play of the season.
He's one of the guys that doesn't stop his feet on contact. Some running backs will run and they'll brace for contact, or they'll dip a shoulder and kind of just get ready for it. He's not doing that. He's running straight through that. So you definitely got to bring your lunch when you're coming with him.
Bockmeyer rush, throws the ball down the middle. It's caught at the 50 by Holani, and he'll stumble his way into Bulldog territory.
That dude totes the rock. One of the best running backs in the conference, I believe. He's quiet too. He doesn't say a word. Usually the guys that are really good talk a little bit. Silent assassin is what he's like.
Honestly, that's just that's just my game. I don't really do a lot of talking. I just go out there and execute and try to be the best player I am. Honestly, I can't wait for this season and for this team.
It's just the fine-tuning points, right? You want to try and build upon your weaknesses, you know your strengths, trying to keep improving on those, and just make yourself the best player you can before it's time to start focusing on, you know, an opponent.
2 weeks into fall camp, the first signs of potential fatigue start to set in.
It's all about us. How can we be better? What can we do to get ourselves ready and keep improving individually and collectively?
The Broncos are so focused on football.
Right now, we're just really in those last kind of dog days of us, and then we'll move eventually to our first opponent.
That time itself starts to get a little fuzzy.
Oh, well, during fall camp, you do lose track of days because you're just so focused on film, you're so focused on football, you know, you're so focused on the grind. So you start losing track of days. You know, some days it's Saturday, you don't even know that it's actually Monday.
I lose track of the time and the days. I just stick to the schedule and know where I'm supposed to be, when I'm supposed to be there, and tell the guys the same thing. We have a group chat, so it's like, hey, we got meeting in 15 minutes, we got film in a couple minutes, we got this or that, food here, food there. You know, we just keep each other up to par. But yeah, time and day kind of gets lost when you're in camp mode.
For senior wide receiver Billy Bowens, his fifth and final fall camp will offer him the freedom to define his collegiate career.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to show what I've been working for.
Finally near the top of the depth chart,
my biggest thing is just grit, right? Grind it out.
He believes he's ready for the test.
Really that blue-collar mentality that's been developed that I've, you know, had from my family, my upbringing.
Because in a number of ways, he's already aced it.
We stick things out. You know, when times get hard, when things get rough, my life was never easy. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it was, but you know, you gotta fight. You know, and that's the biggest thing I want to show my siblings and my brothers. You know, you gotta fight and be a role model for them. You can make it through rough times. You know, you can be better than the outcomes, and you can beat the odds. So that's my biggest thing, just staying here. I know they love me here, I love it here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I know it's been a long, rough 4 years for me, but I've been prepping for this moment my whole life, you know, so it's not just these years, it's everything leading up to this, you know, just knowing the game, learning the game, studying the game, watching other people, other guys. You know, I always tell myself the real will prevail. There's no need to try and do extras or go out of my framework, just stay true to who I am. I've done it before, it's nothing new, and just work your way up from the bottom, and what's done in the dark will come to light. So just keep working when the lights are off, and then my time will come and it'll show.
Senior cornerback Markel Reed has a similar dose of determination.
You know, I haven't played football in 10 months, but it feels good to be back.
After playing as a true freshman, the only thing that's prevented him from becoming a star,
it was definitely hard, you know, just mental issues and stuff like that,
are the injuries that have limited him to the sideline.
You deal with that with injury and stuff, but I pushed through, kept pushing, had the guys motivate me every single day, coaches motivate me every single day, and I'm glad to be where I am now, back with the team and going 100%.
All of this is proof that when life hits the Broncos, they are equipped to hit back. And the smile of one man is often the guiding light they need to navigate through the darkness.
Yeah, I'm having a great day, man. It's a day that I get to come down here and serve and make a difference, you know, in the lives of these young men and just kind of bless them.
For over a decade, Boise pastor Mark Thornton has served as the compassionate compass for members of the Boise State football team.
So right now I have the privilege of serving as chaplain for the guys, I guess life coach for those who might not be faith-filled.
A director of direction, he can identify the peaks and valleys of playing in the blue and orange because once upon a time, he saw those colors come to life. And ultimately, they changed his.
I came up here to play defensive tackle in 1984, right before we got the blue, but I was actually the first year that we ever had orange jerseys in the program, so I got to be a part of it first. You know, I was very impressionable as a young adult, and if you'd have kind of called me on maybe some of my behavior or some of my attitudes or some of my work ethics, I would have responded positively, I think, to whatever instruction, whatever, you know, encouragement, and there was nobody there really to do that for me, and so I wanted to make sure that these guys didn't have the same story that I had. I'm like, man, if you need somebody to, you know, encourage you, if you need somebody to remind you of who you said you were when you came to the program, I just want to be available.
You know, he's been someone that has pushed and helped my mental aspect of my life so much, you know, just being
a role model, a father figure that we all can talk to, that we can rely on. We've had private conversations. We've had, great talks, and we've been over his place. He's just such a great person.
We talk about purpose all the time, and I really feel, like I said, when I came up here to play, I really felt that I was coming to this university to actually make a difference, to be a positive impact.
It's not just about ball. When ball's over, what type of man will you be? And, he's always helping us improve in that aspect of life, keeping our faith, keeping our strength, and, just being that same person that's going to be a strong man outside of these walls.
In my heart, I really have a passion for these young guys. They're away from home for 4 or 5 years, and, they need a friend. So I'm kind of like Uncle Mark to some of them, Pastor Mark to the rest. Today we got our watermelon feed. It's been really hot out there on the grass field, and so it's like, man, let's bring these guys a little refreshment before they hit lunch. And make no mistakes, they get per diems and things like that, but it's just a way to let them know that, we love them. All right. It is watermelon feeding time. Let's go, baby. You got the Hermiston melons, right? So those things were dense. I was trying to load those things up yesterday. It was crazy. This is in the nutritional plan too, see, right? All right. Get you a slice, come on, get you a slice. Don't leave. This will help you not cramp up. I got you. Table's over here, man. We got it all over. Yeah. What's up, baby boy? How you doing? Good. You good? All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All you can get, man. Absolutely. I need you to throw down 7 pieces, Jet. Hey, how you gonna just take 1 piece of watermelon, bro?
I got gloves on, so I'll go back.
I got hand sanitizer, everything, man. Take your time. Hang out. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You're the man. Take as much as you need, man. Absolutely. Love you too, bro. Come on, JJ. Get you some watermelon, man. Hang out, man. Take your time. Take your time. Don't make me take it home with me. All right, man. Love you, bro. You get enough? Man, bro, I look at all of that, man. Don't worry about me. I got my share. George, these slices are better, bro. Markel, you got to get one from every table, right? You got to get one from there. You got to get some from there. Come on. Come on.
Good evening.
Not far from the stadium, you will find a perfectly manicured manor for a fan that's clearly married to Bronco Nation. Figurines are fixtures, and a hint of blue serves as a reminder of the time they beat OU. It all illustrates an era of unbeatable clout, and the seasons when the Broncos simply left no doubt. 2 specific members of BSU's fan base can't mask what Boise State football means to them. In fact, they bleed blue so much, the only way to bandage it up
OBNUG stands for One Bronco Nation Under God.
Is to let their feelings flow from their hearts.
Obviously, OBNUG rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
Through their fingertips and on to the World Wide Web.
It's a Boise State fan site to capture the excitement around Boise State. It's been around since about 2009. Things were kind of hitting a new level of excitement. So yeah, it's just been, a place for fans to gather and, talk about the season, talk about the players, talk about recruits.
These are the Countdown Kings.
I think I've been doing this since 2009, so that kind of dates it a little bit. Yeah, the first year I did it, I called it Countdown Schmountdown.
For each of the last 13 seasons,
I mean, the offseason's long and there's not a lot going on.
Boise native Drew Roberts has attempted to lift so heavy.
Once we start the countdown, though, it seems like there's a bit of a time warp that just kind of like shoots you right into fall camp, and then the end of the countdown means the beginning of the season, and everybody loves that.
It's like it constantly pushes him to the max. With a bevy of facts, and some fun and some fiction.
We can kind of talk about, fun factoid about them or just make one up. So
a fellow fan named Michael Johnson is also along for the mission.
So I shot an email over and I was like, hey, you guys need a writer?
Over 100 days in 100 ways.
Or we started at 100 and we'll go all the way down to 0.
They take the time to introduce every member of the current team while also managing to build up some steam.
There's a lot of different things that go into it. Ultimately, I think the fans enjoy it.
Today they subtract 1 from 20.
That's number 19, day 19.
With a take on Hank.
It's amazing that dude's already a senior.
That's more real than funny.
Seems like only yesterday he was Hurricane Hanking it in Tallahassee. Thankfully, he hasn't been hit since, so.
Yeah, oh yeah, good thing got that short up real quick.
I think if he just gets a tiny bit more protection, maybe a tiny bit quicker release time, maybe we'll spare his ribs a little bit. Like, I never really used to think about QB depth that much, and now I'm like sort of obsessed with it. I think it's a combination of things that have made it so he can't quite get to that level he hit in Tallahassee. I'm thinking that senior year, think about senior year Zabransky even, like, turn it around.
All the pieces are there. It's just he's never really gotten a chance to completely showcase what he can do because he's running for his life a lot.
Bockmeyer fakes it to Habibi Likio. Hit as he throws, dumps it out to Cobbs on the right side. Cobbs catches it, jukes a man, and scores the touchdown. And the Broncos have their first lead of the game on a 10-yard pass from Bockmeyer to Cobbs. Boise State now with a 1st and goal at the Colorado State 9. Bockmeyer throwing the diving ball, and it's caught for the touchdown. And the Broncos are on the scoreboard on a 9-yard pass. It was a rope. Beautiful play by Bockmeyer.
I've just really been working on coming in every single day and being present at the moment. One practice at a time, one rep at a time, one play at a time. And that's just kind of the way that I've been approaching it.
I think he's extremely hungry. I think he understands the great opportunity he's had to play and start for 3 years, but also just the downs that have come with that, whether it be injuries or having a tough game, having to deal with the scrutiny of playing the position. I think he's excited to challenge that and go after it and compete with that. But I also think he knows that he's fully capable of doing that.
It's a great honor, and it goes by really fast. I still feel like a freshman coming in January. Didn't know what a puffer jacket was, so I know what that is now. But no, it's been a great honor. I'm super excited. Coach Plow always talks about just having reverence for the game and just a love and being grateful for the opportunity that you have and a deep honor. And there's a rich tradition and history here of great quarterback play. I just want to try to just contribute in any way that I can.
He's extremely intelligent. He's got a great feel for what we want to do. So I just want him to feel confident, let it rip, not hold anything back, and lead us. But he's got to lead himself before he leads the whole group. I think he's improving in all those aspects. He knows that the clock's ticking. He wants to play really well for his team. And leave a lasting impact that's positive. I think that's really his hope, is he can do that for the team first and then obviously himself.
One thing that could help tip the scales in Hank Bockmeyer's favor are a group of guys up front ready to push this process forward.
They're extremely motivated right now. They're extremely, extremely hungry, and they want to prove to themselves and the guys in the room how good they can be.
The linchpin holding all of this together is senior center Keikani Okoa Holamalia Gonzalez.
As soon as he walks in the building, he has a certain presence about him that demands respect. And he doesn't need to talk, he doesn't need to do anything. The way he carries himself, his confidence, his mental toughness, he just demands a lot of respect, and it makes those guys around him better.
I've definitely seen K. Connie, grow as a person and as a leader on this team. His mindset, he's ready to go. He can't wait to, go out there and smash somebody on the mouth. And that's something I love about K. Connie, where he's not scared of no one. He doesn't back down.
That's where he's extremely valuable. It's not just on Saturdays, it's not just on the practice field, it's literally every time we're in the building. He has a certain presence about him that allows us to get the most out of everything we're doing, out of every meeting, out of every weightlifting session. He's going to demand that not only he has the most out of himself, but the guys around him bring out the best in themselves.
Seeing him play now is it's scary.
What's going on, and welcome to what we hope is your favorite sports talk radio program. Prater in the ball game, KTIK, the ticket, and fall camp is over. It's Boise State, Oregon State, and I love it, but Prater, Boise State football coming off a 7-5 season. You gotta say, this season 2022 of mega importance here.
Oh, beyond mega importance. Can you imagine, and we've talked about this many times, if Andy Avalos loses 4 or 5 games again, Jeremiah Dickey is going to have a very serious conversation. I'm not saying Andy Avalos is on the hot seat.
No way.
But I'm saying that it will warm up a little bit. Those conversations will happen, and impatient fans will start making those phone calls, and he is a favorite son. This is a massive, massive football season. They're at the threshold of trying to get something magical done, and it all starts with winning football games next Saturday.
Yeah, right. And I think if you stumble again on the season, all of a sudden then you threaten and you jeopardize yourself saying, dude, well, who are we now? Well, what type of program is this now? It's not going to be one of those programs that lives in the past like so many programs do.
It is, though.
Boise State has to, this year, I think, of the utmost importance to get back to that 10-2, 11-1 regular season and get this fan base back. But heck, yeah, man, easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. The good news is I think Andy Avalos has done all the right things. He's fixed a lot of holes on this football team, on and off the field. They've done a lot this offseason to fix the wrongs of this football program from last season.
Well, let's get this season kicked off here. Game week number 1 is here. We have a huge challenge in this first week. We've obviously put in a lot of work over the course of the year. It's gone by fast at times for us. Obviously, when you're in the grind of fall camp, you're working to stack up positive days on top of positive days and focusing on the little things that become big things and creating a mentality and a confidence that we're going to be able to build off of. The relentlessness that they've practiced with, the physicality that they've practiced with consistently, it's night and day. From the standpoint of where the program is and the mentality and the understanding of what it looks like every single day to prepare and to train, we've made a huge emphasis on the attention to detail no matter what space we're in this building. So whether we're lifting, whether we're training, how we do things is everything. Every day we come here, there's a certain level of urgency that is expected so that we can compete at the level that we want to. Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys.
No doubt, the history of this program is hard to uphold. The standard here is just different. But the point of a strong foundation means possessing the ability to remodel your vision, to make your home more magnificent than ever. Boise State still believes their best days are ahead of them. They're not captured by their past, they're captivated by it. Anything is possible here, and I do mean anything. The Broncos have done it before, and they can do it again. How do I know?
This is the blueprint. This is Boise State football.